Hey, went and bought myself a wood chipper off of Amazon. Got some brush cleanup and some branches that could use shredding and get some free mulch or so. This is 150 bucks off Amazon. It is an Earthwise GS70015. Gonna unbox it, put it together, and tomorrow we'll be chipping some wood. Let's see what we got in here. We got some parts that fall right out of the bag. I'm guessing that's an axle. A little ring. We have our hopper. We have a strange green device. Cardboard. One of them. Another one of them. And this appears to be the heavy bit. Cool. Alright, this is our collection bin. Instructions. Here is our main body of the unit, which has some wheels to take to it. More cardboard. Alright, box is now empty. Here is just a close-up of your model number. I'll give that a second to focus. And let's get to this shit. Alright, I believe the assembly is primarily just putting the legs on the damn thing. So let's see what we got here. Assembling. Step 1, remove all the parts from the package. Alright, so we got one of them done. Position the left leg and the right leg on the machine and fix with the flange bolts using the hex key into the combo socket hex key wrench provided. I'm guessing we flip this thing over to do that. Looking at the picture. Alright, so the bit with the black rubber end goes on the side that does not have the buttons. There's my hardware. Is this idiot? And they idiot proofed it so you cannot put it on backwards, which is good. Alright, so you got 2 bolts on each side, put the legs on. Legs are on. And step 3, insert the the axle tube into the holes, put the wheels on, yada yada yada. This little bit here could have been packaged a whole lot better. Alright, just in case this slides out of the package on you, get that to focus. So we have nut, washer, roller, 2 washers, and then your main shaft, and it repeats on the other side. I'm assuming that's right. I don't see how else you could possibly do it. Wheel hubcaps out. Right, incredibly basic. So on this side, put our 2 washers against the leg, put our little roller shim there, put our wheel on, hubcap side out, and give it a little squeeze and we'll get this nut started. And I'm assuming good. And they gave you the correct wrenches to tighten the wheels with. Alright, the wheels are on. Now we got our sexy green hubcaps. Now there are slots in here, which you can't see because I'm too lazy to move it. And you just line up little tabs with the slots and there it goes. Push from the center and it'll pop right in. And we're up to step 5. Snap the hopper ring onto the hopper securely. So, okay, they also idiot-proof this. 1 hole in the front, 2 in the back. Yeah, that's a little bit of fumbling around, maybe because I'm half blind, but that's on there. I guess it's time to put this thing on the ground and adjust camera. So next step is going to be snapping the hopper onto the top here with these little quick clamps. That's done. And then you just put the collection bin underneath here. Doesn't appear to have a front or a back. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is a little kind of a draw slide in there for that. And I think it's assembled. So assembly is basic enough that you probably don't need this video. Let's start taking a look at this thing here. Alright, on the front you got your start, stop, and your reset button for when it overheats or jams. And this should be how you get into the blades to clean it. There's just one knob. There we go. One knob that takes a whole lot of spins. There we go. Aha. And I'm going to rotate this thing around so you can actually see the mechanism in here. Alrighty, so that's your cutting blades here. Well, see, those are your cutting blades. Those are apparently removable and reversible according to the instructions. And so that's just going to spin around and shred this crap up. And your hopper is that big. There are little rubber things in there, so you can't shove your hand in too far. It's not going to focus on black. And your green handle here will go all the way through without hitting the blades. Apparently, you can just smush stuff right through there. Alright, let me put this thing back together. So, again, that's your disassembly. That's if you got to go in there and clean anything out. Your start, stop, and reset buttons. And I'm going to just crank this thing back together here. And I might find us something to test. Those are all your hieroglyphic warnings there. So don't violate any of that stuff when you're using this, of course. Alright, I'm going to put it back together and see if I can find something to chomp up. So I went out to front yard here and just grabbed a couple of things that have been kind of in the way. So we're going to see how it chomps up. First one, very skinny, very easy, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. So, and I'm going to pull the bin out so we can actually see what this stuff looks like when it comes out too. I'm just kind of curious about that. Yeah, right, that should be good. Get the bin out of the way. Yeah, let's see how loud it is and what it does. So first test, very skinny branch. Alright, plugging it in. And where's my skinny stick? Alright, skinny stick here. And we'll see what happens. Alright, it doesn't really pull it through like you would expect with like a commercial wood chipper. But it does make a whole lot of little wood dust. Now, this one here, there we go. This one here is more typical of what we got around the property. Things with a bunch of strange angles, a bunch of things coming off at once. I know I could do this as 4 separate shreds, but I want to see if it'll take the whole thing like this. So, here we go. I'm leaving this in here just to push it down. Again, it's having a bit of trouble getting this knot through there. I'm going to try kind of bundling it up like this. See if it'll go through kind of bundled like that. The answer is no. Alright. Knocked it down to this big here. We'll see how that goes. Once it started going with that big branch, it took it right through. But as you can see, now I got some nice salad up here. So, see if I can push it through with the toy here. But I don't think it wants to pull back out too easily, so I'll go forward. Alright, so apparently it does not like leafy bushy stuff. You can see that's what I'm getting out of the bottom. That is certainly good enough for mulch. I'm actually going to put the bin back in here so I don't make too much more of a mess. And we'll see what it takes to clear out this jam. Or see if I can just cram it in further. Okay, so I was actually able just to pull that out. Some leaves in here. Just run this and see if it'll clear itself out here. But that's where I just kind of left off when it started getting small, and it did not want to pull this bulk of leaves through there. But with the slot only being about 1.5 inches big, I mean, I can kind of see how it cut down that far, then just said it couldn't pull it through. Alright, so it did eventually take it through. Just didn't like the big bushy stuff. Well, that basically just looks like salad in there. But the big test will be tomorrow when I got a big huge brush pile that's been drying for about a week that I want to take care of. I'm going to detach you here for a second. And this is what the bin looks like. So pretty much everything has to fit through that little hole there. The green pusher thingy will not hit the blades even if you go all the way in with it. So you can basically just jam all the way in there to get the stuff through. So, well, that's how you put it together. That's a brief intro on how this thing works, and tomorrow we'll put it to the test. You have a good one. Thanks for watching.